The aesthetic I'm going for is the Nina Park eyeliner. Dr. Wilkim, dermatology resident here. Today I'm so excited to do a Nina Park inspired makeup tutorial, also skincare I incorporated that really leveled up my makeup. Today's skin prep consisted of 5 steps. The first step after washing my face was the COSRX 6 Peptide Skin Booster. Such a great serum, it hydrates my face and gives wonderful peptides. Second step, Madagascar Centella Ampoule. I've been using this for 2 weeks and it has been really gentle on my skin. That's what it looks like. It's very watery. I have a little neck irritation from dappling the other day. Both of these are just so nourishing for my skin whenever it's inflamed. The third step was the Skinceuticals CE Ferrulic Vitamin C. This is the texture of this vitamin C. It looks pretty watery on camera, but I would say it's almost more oily. It does provide that vitamin C that is a wonderful antioxidant on our skin, but also it gives me a nice glow whenever I use it. Fourth was the Prequel Multi-Quench Plumping Hydration Serum. This one has been a really good hydrating serum. It has polyglutamic acid, a great humectant. The last step was sunscreen, and I used the Haruharu Black Rice Moisture Airy Fit Sunscreen. This has been featured now on my channel multiple times, and I just love it. It has amazing filters. Those were my 5 steps today, and I had in mind that I was gonna do a makeup look. I haven't shown my nighttime skincare routine yet, but it is coming up soon, I promise. Nighttime is where you're gonna see me go in with those heavy hitting ingredients like vitamin A's, as well as sometimes chemical exfoliating acids to get that rejuvenation process while I'm sleeping. But in the daytime, if I'm gonna do a makeup look, I really keep in mind what ingredients I'm using and in what order, because your skin prep can really make or break your entire makeup look. I do have combination. I consider myself very oily, but I'm way less oily than I was in my early to late 20s. Keep that in mind. If you are someone who has more dry skin than I do, it might be helpful to do 1 or 2 extra layers of thin hydration. Today's primer, e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, has niacinamide. If you're sensitive to niacinamide, keep that in mind. This is what the primer looks like. The texture is very similar to the matte one that I use often on my channel. I'm gonna place this primer on any area where I get oily. This one is just slightly lighter in consistency than the matte e.l.f. primer that I use often. That e.l.f. matte is my holy grail one. This isn't a holy grail one, but I just felt like using a different primer today. Alright, so my face feels nice and primed, nice and tacky for foundation application. Makeup by Mario Natural Finish Foundation. I've been struggling with this one. A lot of my foundations work flawlessly, but I've had maybe 2 or 3 times now where I've applied this foundation and it has led to patchiness. Maybe I'm just applying too many products, or I'm not entirely sure. But here's the foundation. Grab the Sigma Powder Blush, F10, grab a little bit and evenly coat it onto my brush. Starting at the center of my face like I always do and just working it outward. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you so much for joining. I have been having so much fun making these videos and getting to regularly do different makeup looks. I'm somewhat new to makeup and I still consider myself a beginner. My channel is a way for me to share both my dermatology knowledge, but also to do really fun makeup looks and create a space where you all feel like you can play and experiment with makeup too. I would say that my signature makeup look right now is a no makeup look because I work as a dermatology resident every day in clinic. I do makeup that I can wear to work and wear in the clinic where it looks really natural, skin forward. A lot of my techniques that I show you on here are with that goal in mind of having the makeup almost be undetectable but still enhance and highlight your own natural beauty. That's the makeup aesthetic that I go for. Although I've been doing this off camera more, but I am playing around with trying more bold looks. That is definitely something I want to share with you all eventually too. Just more bold looks. I'm really excited that you're here and I hope that you consider liking, subscribing to my channel. I really don't need a full pump of this Makeup by Mario foundation. I've only used half of that one pump and I'm already in a spot that I like. Just a note and a reminder to myself, don't use the full pump because you don't need it and it's a waste. Because even the tiny amount that's on this brush, it really does spread. Foundation is done. Clean cushion puff from Ziploc. Most of this foundation is already dried down. I'm gonna tap to just press the foundation in. This foundation is beautiful. A little bit of patchiness that I developed right here when I was using that powder brush. That slight swiping but also pressing movement, that worked great. But when I started to press in with the actual powder blush, that's when I noticed that patchiness developed. I'm gonna keep playing around with this foundation. Overall, I think it is beautiful. It's just I noticed that when I use this foundation, I get a little bit of patchiness somewhere, whether it's somewhere here on my cheeks or whether it's right here today. It certainly could be a skin prep issue too. I did go in with 5 different ingredients, so one of those ingredients might not have meshed well. I think what I'll do this weekend is just take a little bit of time to review the ingredients and make sure that there's nothing that's going to cross-react with any of the skincare ingredients that I have used today. Now let's go in with concealer. Natasha Denona N6 concealer, the beautiful concealer. It's almost foolproof too, in that I can't really recall getting patchiness with this one. I just put 2 swipes on the back of my hand and I took my little flat brush and dipped into it. I'm just gonna place the concealer where we need it. As we age, many of us do get a little bit more prominent nasolabial folds. Interestingly, I will say when I was like 26, was it 26? I was 26 years old when I had first started medical school. At that time, I felt like my nasolabial folds were more prominent than they are now. That could have also been because that was a time when I had moved to a really dry climate. I do think using topical retinoids, procedures like microneedling, which I occasionally do, really help with nasolabial folds. That's just my anecdotal experience. If you do have prominent nasolabial folds away, I would recommend concealing it. Is don't put the concealer all the way down the fold. As you see, I just put a little bit here on the sides of my mouth, the marionette line, to just lift that up a little bit. And right here, go like that. Like that. Okay, take our cushion puff and blend. This concealer is amazing. Okay, I have foundation on, I have concealer on. Let's set this with setting powder. By Mario Fair Pink today. A video I have in mind is doing a drugstore only products. The only product I don't have right now, drugstore wise, is a setting powder. And so shout out to Trish, thank you so much for sharing that Blurfection powder was so good for you. I definitely have it on my list to pick it up because I want to give that a try and also film a drugstore. Look, there are so many amazing drugstore products that I love. I think setting powder is the only one that I can think of right now that I need to add to my collection. Another setting powder that I've heard is really great from the drugstore is the Maybelline finishing powder. That's another one on my list. That's it. I just went into my cap, took a little bit and added it to areas to set that concealer mostly. Next, we're gonna move into contouring. Fenty Beauty Amber Suede Sigma Soft Lens 60 brush right into contour, and then on the back of my hand start stamping it in, make sure it looks good. It's so light. Take a little bit more. Beautiful. That is barely anything there. Let's just swipe a little bit on. Okay, same brush and just tap it out. Cheeks. Let's do a little bit here on our jaw. Clean cushion puff, blend. Grab a small brush, Mole 11 brush, dip again into it, and pre-blend it on my hand. And going here. Nose. More depth and dimension. Lastly, let's put it on our eyes. Done with the contour. And for blush, I want to try mixing 2 different shades. I'm going to be using both of these Westman Atelier minis, Petal and Chouquette. One is more of a pink and one is more of a peach. Small dress up brush. Go into Petal and just try to get what's in here a little bit. Also go into Chouquette. Beautiful. This color is so pretty. It is a little bit strong, but that's okay. That's why we just take our cushion puff and we just tap around it, tap on it, whatever we need to do. Yes. I'm gonna move on into brows. COSRX Brow Pop Nano. Lightly fill in my brows, starting here at the middle. With the spoolie, I'll just brush up brow hairs. I shape my brows myself. I just use a tweezer and I just make the brow shape that I want, but it's been a while since I used it. So I'm doing L'Oreal 24-hour brow lamination and swipe up the brow hairs. That's how my brows look. Now we're gonna move on into the part where I'm still very much a beginner, which is eyeliner. Matte Queen New York Waterproof Pencil Gel Liner in shade 2, which is Espresso Latte. The aesthetic that I'm going for is what's really trendy these days, which is the Nina Park eyeliner. I already know it's not gonna look like that, but I am just gonna work on doing a very tiny micro liner to my eyes. I sharpened this pencil, but it's still not quite as sharp as I want it, but let me just see what it looks like. Actually, those are pretty small. Let's give it a try. Thin brush. Sigma. Let's extend this. Let me do the other side. Go in here and grab a little pre-blend. I've been wanting to try Nina Park makeup, which I really have not done enough research yet, but I just saw Nikki LaRose's eye tutorial that also inspired me to want to do this look. It's pretty soft and subtle. Makeup by Mario, and lock this into place using the black one down here. Grab that. Palm, I'll just go ahead and pre-blend it. Press it on. Use that same pony one to tight line. Start here. BK Beauty 208, even smaller than the other one I used. Grab a little of this eyeliner pencil. Just there. I grabbed a sharp Q-tip and put a little micellar water. I clean up right here. A little of that black eyeshadow. I'm going to fill in any little gaps. I'm happy with this. I'm still working on eyeliner. For me, tight lining seems to look the best, where I bring it out the corner of my eye, but I really am struggling with when I put eyeliner on top, right above the lash line. I feel like it looks messy and it doesn't look even. If you have any tips for people who have monolids, let me know, because I really do want to get better at eyeliner. To finish this eyeliner look, grab a small detailed brush, just up Mold 20. Grab a lighter shade, a cool tone shade like this one. Right above the wing. A little bit of shadow right there. All right, so here's the eyeliner look. I want to move on into my lips. Makeup by Mario Smoky Pink Lip Liner. I'm going to use the other side of this. Blend it out. Today's lip product, Tower 28 Tinted Lip Balm. I've had this for a while now. I do like it. It's really natural. To finish off this look, I want to use the Hourglass palette to give myself a little more oomph to my makeup. Grab a larger brush and dip into these three. Actually, I'm going to dip into all of them. Let's just swirl. On top of my blush, where I'm going to use like a highlighter with a little bit of color. Let me go ahead and spray my face. For setting spray, one size powder melt. With my fan. To lock this all into place, the one size. Shake it up. To finish this look, Kosas Breezy Cloud Set. Fluffy brush, dip straight into here, and I'm gonna use this as a finishing powder. What was the second thing that really leveled up my makeup game? I would have to attribute it to chemical exfoliation with natural makeup. It's all about letting your skin shine and letting your skin peek through. Whenever you're doing makeup, you're adding more layers on top of your skin, right? On top of skincare too and sunscreen. And so every layer that you add, if you're not able to really achieve that light thin layer, it can just lead to prominence of textures and pores and whatnot. Using chemical exfoliation, either an AHA or a BHA, an AHA can be things like lactic acid, glycolic acid, mandelic acid, whereas BHAs can be things like salicylic acid. They're gonna very gently dissolve the glue between your skin cells at the very top layer of your skin and allow that top layer to just gently come off your skin. I don't recommend doing exfoliation every day. I recommend starting light and gentle. If you're brand new to chemical exfoliation, I would say maybe start with a salicylic acid 2% over the counter. Paula's Choice has a good one. Atelier has one too, but I haven't tried that one myself. Those 2% salicylic acid ones are gonna be really gentle. You can either apply it to a cotton pad iPad or directly to your hand, maybe once a week, and just apply it to your skin and gently exfoliate off that top layer of your skin. That will allow your makeup to sit so much more beautifully on the skin, last longer, have less patchiness, less prominence of pores, etc. There are certain people where I would not recommend this for. If you're brand new to using an active like tretinoin and your skin is hanging on for dear life, now is not the time to chemical exfoliate. I only recommend chemical exfoliation if you are at a very good point in your skincare where things are balanced out, you're not introducing all these new actives to your skin, and your skin can handle it. If you haven't really tried a lot of different actives yet, different vitamin C's or vitamin A's, chemical exfoliation probably is not a place to start. It's better to start with those other ingredients first, and then once you're in a good spot, introducing chemical exfoliation maybe once a week can really help to level up your makeup game. The key here, you guys, is to make sure that you don't over exfoliate. If you over exfoliate, what's going to happen is your skin is going to get irritated, red, angry, and it's going to make your makeup look a lot more patchy. When your skin barrier is damaged, it can cause your makeup products to not lay beautifully on top. So don't over exfoliate. I would rather you under exfoliate or not exfoliate at all than over exfoliate. If you are someone who wants to incorporate it, start really low. Start with a glycolic acid 5% or less, or even a salicylic acid 2%. Even better, you could use something like mandelic acid, which is so gentle, so beautiful, and great for especially skin of color because the molecules are larger. That's actually the acid that I would recommend if you have more deeply pigmented skin, so that you can protect your skin and also get that nice exfoliation on top for makeup. All right, you guys, so here's the final look for today. I had so much fun doing this Nina Park inspired makeup look, and I can't wait to share more makeup looks. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below what you thought. And if you have any tips for doing eyeliner for monolids, I hope you all have a great week. And until next time, bye!